What's going on, guys? This is Alan, and today I'm bringing you a new video, and this is probably going to be a few videos. I wanted to talk to you guys about the whole Call of Duty competitive esports scene. And as some of you know and some of you probably don't know, back in Black Ops 2 and in Ghost, like the beginning of Ghost, we were actually a pretty good top amateur team. Like, we were one of those organizations that were always, like, people would say that we would come out of open bracket, or they would always have us on during like matchups. They would have us as the winner. And then we also, a few times we actually got on stream. So we were a decent team. And then the esports scene kind of changed with the whole pro points. Like, they reinvented the pro points, and we got out of it. And as a sole investor, it's not a smart investment and a smart business idea to get back into competitive. And I've been wanting to get back into the competitive scene, but it's not a smart move. And so what I wanted to talk to you guys today about is the pro point system and the way they've reinvented it. And it's just doesn't cater to amateur teams. Like, I have 3 points. The first point is it doesn't cater to amateur teams, right? Amateur teams are the ones that are basically paying for these events, because if a team pass is $300, $350, and they have 100, 120 teams in open bracket. But those teams, like, they could win. They could go out of open bracket. Like, they could get out of open bracket and still not get enough pro points as a team that's already in pool play. So it caters to the pro players and the pro teams that are already in the pool play, right? Because they're getting more points no matter what. Like, they could go and not win a map and they would still get more pro points than a team that goes out and wins 5-6 rounds in open bracket. So right there, the system is just broken, right? Because now they also have the whole GB ladder pro points, and people are grinding those things, right, to get the most pro points they can. And you gotta play 24/7, and you still don't get enough pro points to make it into the pool play, because there's just so much competition nowadays. Before, it was like, you had maybe 8 to 16 really good teams. Now you have a whole bunch of teams that are really good, and they're pro teams that are in open bracket. So it's making amateur teams play these GB ladder pro points 24/7, and they're not getting enough pro points. And I feel like they're wasting their time, really, because there's so much competition, right, that basically in round 1 or 2 you're already going to face a good team. So sometimes, like, I would think it might be smarter to have no pro points and face like the top team right away, right? And hopefully you could take them out, and then you might have a really easy bracket in the top part of the bracket. So I don't know, like, that might be, because if you're like in between bracket with pro points, you're going to face good teams second or third round no matter what. So I think it's probably best to just not worry about pro points at this time if you're an amateur player. And then that also brings me to my last point, is that people are so into like the whole GB ladder grind for pro points that I feel like they're not getting the same practice as they normally would. I see a whole bunch of people always tweeting out, trying to find people to play GB ladders with them. Before, you would just see that teams were looking for team scrims, right? And now it's all about the whole let's play GB ladders, and they're playing with just pretty much anyone that's available, and they play. And so I feel like it's not the same as practicing, because you're not practicing with your team, you're not grinding with your team, and so you're not having that bond, you're not building that chemistry, right? And you're not really going through your strats and stuff. And so, I don't know, I feel like it's ruining the Call of Duty esports scene. And so that's going to do it for the video, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the whole pro point system. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Do you have any suggestions? Anyways, guys, if you like the video, make sure you give it a like, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.